moving now. Waka waka, 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again on Chelsea's head top. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, Arsenal beat Chelsea yesterday. I've already done the match reaction. This is a little bit looking into some of the conversations happening after the game. We got to talk about it. But before we go any further, please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button. If you're wondering what this is the QR code for the channel sponsor of this month's videos, which is, of course, OK Jerseys. The link will be in the description. And, of course, the link is down below, www.okjersey.com. Sorry, www.okjersey.com. And you can use the code EGAL to get a discount. Before we go any further, King Kai has been a problem for Chelsea. Yes, he has. Ever since Kai Havertz has left Chelsea and joined Arsenal, we have had Chelsea's number to a different level. Now, before we go any further, please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. But we got to talk about some of these things. And the first thing we're going to speak about is, of course, Mr. Kai Havertz. We're going to go to live score, and we're going to talk about this right here. Kai Havertz is Arsenal are unbeaten against Chelsea in 10 games. Unbeaten in 10 games. 10 games unbeaten against Chelsea. Total ownership the Gunners have over their London rivals. That's against Tottenham and against Chelsea. We run London. You don't even hear people saying London's red anymore because they just know London's red. There's no question what color London is. Everyone knows what color London is. There's no need to even question it. But right now, unbeaten in 10 games, there's Chelsea fans who've been born for 10 there's Chelsea fans that have been born for 5 years that don't know what the hell Arsenal win looks like for them. That's how serious it is. You know what? It gets even worse. Look at this next graphic. 5 different managers at 5 different managers, and Chelsea have not beaten them once. That is 2 times now we've beaten Rosinia. We drew twice against Maresca and we lost. We drew twice against Maresca and we won 1 time. We drew and we lost against Poch. We lost. We drew and they lost, so we won against Poch. Obviously, they lost. They lost against Arteta under Frank Lampard. That game where Emil Smith-Rowe and Bukayo Saka and Project Youth began, which ended up getting him sacked and Thomas Tuchel coming in. And of course, one of the biggest losses in Chelsea's history was it under Poch? Was it under Poch or was it Graham Potter? That was just an easy win. That win against Graham Potter, that was an easy win. But which one was it? Poch that we beat them 5-0 or something like that? What game was that? Whatever game that was, I forget who the manager is. They have so many managers, it's just crazy. And there's another graphic I want to show you guys to show you the amount of managers they have had since Arteta has been around. Just goes to show you there's been so much changeover over at Chelsea. They've had so many different managers. It's actually nuts when you consider the fact that they've had this many managers. Where is it? Let me show you guys, because I couldn't believe when I seen the graphic. Here it is. So this Chelsea fan posted this. This is the amount of managers Chelsea have had in the time that Arteta has been in charge. This is crazy. They've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 managers. 8 managers in that time, from 2019 till now. They've had that many managers. Mikel Arteta joined, of course, what was it, 6 years ago, 7 years ago now? What month did he join? He joined in January, or was it December? No, he joined in December. I forget the exact date. 1 second. Let me check when the exact day Arteta became Arsenal manager was again, because I'm pretty sure he joined Arsenal in 2019. Was it at the beginning of when Sarri was still around, or was Sarri already gone? Because I know he never faced Sarri, Chelsea's Sarri. 1 second. Where is it? So yeah, here it is. So when it comes to his managerial career, he joined us in December, so he joined us at the end of 2019. Sorry would have already been sacked. So I don't even know why they put sorry there. Sorry would have already been sacked. But yeah, it just goes to show you how many years Arteta has been manager at Arsenal. I know he was only 5 days he was manager at Arsenal in 2019. So it's not really fair to even say 2019. But it just goes to show you we need to add more silverware to that. We need to add more silverware, add at least one more league title this year, one league title this year, plus a FA Cup, and do a domestic treble, maybe even a quad. I don't know. We can dream big, but at this moment in time, let's keep it real. The main focus is, of course, Arsenal, and Mikel Arteta has had a stranglehold over Arsenal for the last, 5 years plus. I don't remember the last time I lost a game at Chelsea's home ground. That is another thing that we need to speak about. We have not lost at Chelsea's home ground in a long time. Shout out to Thomason. Thomason, come join us over on YouTube, man. Come join us over on YouTube, man. Big up to you. Uh, but they won trophies, sadly. Yeah, that's true. The sad thing about it, just is that that in that time that we have been, what do you call it, building, they still were lifting trophies left, right, and center, and that's maybe where we left ourselves a little bit short compared to them. But of course, they were a better team at the time, and now we're the better team. Now we're the team that is dominating them. Now we're the team that's scraping these results, even though they're looking good. And I'm gonna speak a little bit more about some of these things. But before we go any further, shout out to you, Jez. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I seen the situation yesterday with you and thing on Lee's channel. Lee was like, "Yo, you guys you and Thing have an issue or something? You and Stricto? I don't know. Is that from Dan Potts' channel? I don't get it. But everyone, we should all be supporting each other right now. We should all be happy that Arsenal's winning, right? Try to put differences aside. We should be happy that Arsenal's winning. But yeah, Arsenal, is the quad on? Personally, for me, with this whole conversation about the quad, we just need to focus on game by game. Our next potential trophy we can win is, of course, the final. The next game in the league is against Sunderland. We don't play in the Champions League until the round of 16, so we're good there. Our next FA Cup game is against Wigan. We take it we take it game by game. This quad stuff, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, which is more likely it won't happen, then you just leave it. I think this is just another thing where people are trying to like get people to start saying we're going to win the quad. No, that is not realistic. Realistically, we just go game by game and we see where we are come the end of the year. If we win the Champions League and the league, I'm happy. If we win the league and the FA Cup or League Cup, I'm happy. Regardless, I just want Arsenal to win. Obviously, we want to compete and win every trophy if possible, but we take it game by game. We don't need to go and get sucked into all the drama about the quad and this about the quad and that about the quad. It's a wonderful idea, but the reality is it's not 100% like realistic to just say we're going to 100% do it or we're going to do it. Just take it game by game. If we're there at the end of the year and we're in the Champions League final, FA Cup final, and we've already won the league and Carabao Cup, then we can talk about that. Right now, though, game by game, guys. Relax. This is more just rivals trying to butter us up, trying to get us to start saying some crazy delusional takes about all these things. Don't do that. Just relax. We take it game by game. And then from now, we got the game versus Sunderland coming up at home on the weekend. I'm confident we can beat them. And we just take it game by game. But you know something? I would expect the players to have that same approach. I would expect the players to say to themselves, you know what? Maybe we can. I would expect the manager and the players to be like, you know what? Everything is there. Everything's up for grabs. Maybe we can win everything. I would expect the players like William Saliba, Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka, these guys to all sit there and be like, you know what? It's all it's all up for grabs. It's there for us. Can we go and grab it? They should be having that mentality. As fans, we should just be like, you know what? It's a great idea, but right now, let's just take it game by game. Let's relax. Because you know something? They're always going to try to put pressure on Arsenal to find another way to say we failed. If we win the league and League Cup, don't let anybody try to paint it as, oh, you failed to win the quad, or you failed to do this, or you failed to do that, because that is the next thing that they're going to do. And the reason why I know these players believe that they're going to try to challenge for everything and try to win everything is because they've been saying it from the beginning of the season. Do you remember William Saliba's little interview thing with the Arsenal personnel after he signed the contract? He said it. Let me go pull it up for you guys. Saliba did say he's trying to win everything. Saliba did say that, so I'm not surprised that these guys are thinking. Here it is. Here it is. Let me pull it up for you right now. Kepa did good. We're gonna talk about Kepa in a second.
Win everything. Premier League, Champions League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, everything.
I like that mentality. The players should have that mentality. As fans, we should just take it game by game, boys. Forget about this quad talk, because that's just, they're just trying to set you up for failure. That's really what that is. That's really what that is. But yeah, let's get back to the comments. See what you guys are saying in the comment section. Shout out to everyone. We are in the final. You know what? Another thing, Mikel Arteta finally gets over that hoodoo of not being able to win semifinals. Finally, not being able to win semifinal bullshit is out the door. We don't have to stress about that no more. That semifinal hoodoo's gone. That semifinal hoodoo is gone. We don't have to stress about that semifinal hoodoo. We can chill. Can we win the treble? The Carabao Cup doesn't count towards the treble. The treble is with the FA Cup, by the way. Eagle, stop this, lad. Talk too much, lad. I don't know what you're talking about, mate. I don't know what you're talking about. Big up Thomason. We will do a double. I want the Premier League and Carabao Cup, FA Cup. We will get to a semi-final. Champions League, we'll get to a semi-final. Quad, we need to relax. I agree, bro. I agree. Is it Kepa? Is Raya or Kepa in the final? You know what? I think Kepa deserves to be in the final. Listen, this is a good question, you know. Let me know what you guys think. Who is going to play in the final? I think Kepa deserves to play in the final. I don't know about you guys. Is it Kepa or is it Raya in the Carabao Cup final? What are we saying? I have a feeling Arteta's just going to be loyal and he's just going to give it to Kepa. Kepa got us here. He's gonna get Raya's gonna have all the other games. Is it Raya or Kepa? I honestly think it's gonna be Kepa. And Kepa has been faultless. Let's be honest. Kepa has not made a mistake once this whole time. I don't know. People, let me know. Is it Kepa or Raya in the Carabao Cup final? I don't know. I really do think Kepa's going to be the guy. What has Kepa done to not at least deserve it? He got us to this point. Let him finish the job. I think we trust that the team is good enough where he can do it. And also Raya doesn't get any rest. Raya gets, but you also don't want to rest a player in the cup final. It's a tough one. It's a tough. I'm happy I don't have to make that decision, because right now, just thinking about it, I'm like, that's tough, you know. I'm happy with either or right now. I think Raya has been one of the best goalkeepers in the world. It's very safe to say that. I'm glad that he's one of our goalkeepers, and he has been outstanding ever since he's joined. I know there was a little bit of a hiccup when he first joined. People questioned if he was good enough, or if we should have kept Ramsdale. But you know what? He has been arguably one of the best goalkeepers in the world for the last 3 years. Where Kepa looks like a transformed player at Arsenal. I know he's been at Chelsea, he's been at Bournemouth, he's been at Real Madrid, but right now, Kepa, he hasn't put a foot wrong. Is it because our defense is so good, or is it just because he's improved? I think Kepa Arrizabalaga might have improved to a level where I trust him in this game. it might be my last words before he goes and makes a mistake. But right now, if it was between Kepa or Raya, and it's a big game, obviously you want Raya in that team. But with Raya playing all the Champions League games and all the Premier League games, you know what? Give it to Kepa. Let Kepa have it until the end of the season. I know it's a cup final. You want to play your best players, but guys, Kepa's got us here. I trust him at this point. It's crazy to say, but I feel like we should have a level of trust. And he made a good save in the game versus Chelsea, so I'll take it, and I'll just say, you know what, Kepa, you have this one. Raya, you're gonna have the next one, and we just keep it moving from there. But yeah, let me know in the chat, guys. Maybe that's gonna be my poll question. Kepa or Raya? Maybe that's gonna be my poll question. People saying Mateta, respect. Shout out to Mateta. Yeah, shout out to the mods in the chat. Big up to you. Kepa is the most probable. League, FA Cup, League Cup, domestic treble, mate. Bro, look at this. You got Jez saying we're gonna do a domestic treble. That's how you know things are going well at Arsenal. Iga, it's Cap. How come I would come on? Iga, it's Cap. Would you come on my YouTube channel as a guest? Yeah, no problem, bro. Set it up. We'll try it. We'll figure it out, inshallah. What's good? What part of Toronto are you from? I used to live in the Etobicoke West Mall, if you know where that is. That's where I used to live. But yeah, anyways, shout out to everyone. Let's get into the next topic before we go any further. There is a couple things that we need to speak about. That was an interesting topic I never thought about mentioning. But yeah, big up to you guys. The next thing is, the funny thing is, the last 3 times Arsenal got to the League Cup final, we lost. The last 3 times Arsenal got to the League Cup final, we lost. If you guys remember, we lost in 2007 to Chelsea, Jose Mourinho. We also lost in 2011 to Bristol City, and then we lost to Manchester City in an embarrassing 3-0 loss in 2018. So there is a little bit of, if we do get to the final, we then also have to bury the burden that we are not known for being one of the dominant teams in this competition. We've only won it twice. Last time we won it, I was 1 year old. So that is a little bit of a talking point around the League Cup and close to the final. Funny thing is, we've beaten Chelsea now. Arteta's beaten Chelsea 10 times. Arsenal and Wolves are the 2 teams Mikel Arteta has beaten the most times. And then talking about January transfer window since 2003. Forget about that. Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz, since joining Arsenal, in 5 games has scored 3 goals versus Chelsea. Hilarious. 60 million down the drain, they said, right? It's good to see Kai Havertz getting back to full fitness and making a difference, though. I'm really happy for Kai Havertz. I'm really happy that he's getting involved. I'm really happy that he's going to be one of these guys who's involved. Oh, sorry, wrong page. Let me show you guys what page I'm trying to get to. Yeah, so I'm really happy Kai Havertz getting back involved in the first team and making a difference. And with Moreno getting injured, he's going to have a big role in the first team once again, be it at striker or be it in the 10 where he played the last game. Kai Havertz is going to be a big part of this team going forward. And then that is pretty much that. Let's go to some of the stuff that I need to mention. Where is it? First of all, I thought Liam Rosenior got schooled by Arteta. But there's one thing that people were speaking about that they really enjoyed. You know, the corners? The people who were saying Arsenal's corners. Chelsea did something in the game that people were saying really impacted Arsenal's corners. And it was a cheeky technique where Chelsea basically threw their players forward. Let me show you. So I'm not trying to get copyright striked here. So just be careful and bear with me. But here, here's how Chelsea opted to. 1 second. I need to be careful. This is going to get me a copyright strike if I don't do it. So Chelsea were cheeky with their corner tactics yesterday against Arsenal, and they tried to really slow us down with their corners. So we're going to talk about this because it seems to me everyone seems to be giving them so much credit for this. I've never seen a team lose get more credit than what Chelsea's getting right now. It's kind of weird. So the reason why people are giving them a little bit of credit is because during the game, some people are saying it's stupid. Some people are saying Chelsea had a plan for the. So this was the situation. Arsenal were setting up for the corner, and we're about to whip it in. But before we do that, Chelsea players, 3 of them, started running away, and meaning we're gonna have to send people to go after them, right? And in that situation, when we're sending people to go after them, there is then less players in the box. So Chelsea used an unusual tactic. It's not so unusual. The first team I actually seen use this tactic was Monaco. Monaco, Arsenal, corners. If I can find it, it will show you where is, when you're trying to find something, you just can't find it. Everyone's just playing videos. No one has a still image. Here it is. Here's the still image. Boom. So that is the still image of the actual corner situation. So, and this is how they set up for the corners. Now, in my opinion, this is not the first time we've seen it. It's not going to be the last time we've seen it. We originally seen this with Monaco's setup earlier this year when we played Monaco. That they threw 3 men up front on the halfway line as we were taking the corners to try to divert us from scoring the corners. But I swear, did we not score a corner versus Monaco? Did we not score a corner versus Monaco? Or am I tripping? We beat Monaco 3-0 in that game. That was last year in December. Last year in December when we faced Monaco, that happened. So I'm not really surprised by people doing this. Also, Enzo Maresca did a similar thing also. So Liam Rossini is not the first one to do this. But the question should not be who first did it. The question is this effective? Is this an effective way to actually stop Arsenal's corners? I don't think it is. The reason why everyone's getting excited is because, oh my God, Arsenal's corners have been nerfed. Arsenal's corners have been patched. That's what I'm seeing people saying. We still had 2 chances from these corners yesterday. We still had 2 clear-cut good opportunities from the corners. Now, I'm going to try to jog your memories, guys. I'm going to try to get you guys to remember. When we had these chances, Hincapie had 1 clear-cut opportunity from it, which he missed, and he just went over the bar, I think. And then what was the other one? I'm trying to remember. Let me just see if I can find. So one was Zubimendi missed a corner late in the. No, that was another. No, it wasn't Zubimendi. Who was it? Who was it yesterday that had the? Who were the 2 corner misses that we had yesterday? So we had Gabriel was wide open. Remember, guys? Gabriel was wide open. I thought he was going to head it in. The shot was blocked by Cucurella. And then you had the other one where it was. You had another one where it was. Hincapie had the shot that he attempted to take from the corner early in the game, 18th minute. The great shot that was going to the far right corner that Robert Sanchez saved. So we had 2 opportunities, I think, from set pieces yesterday. And regardless what people say, those were 2 really good chances. If it wasn't for 𝗙𝗓𝗩, that's a goal. If it wasn't for Robert Sanchez, great save, that's a goal. We still had 2 clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities from set pieces yesterday, regardless what whatever anybody did to try to stop us. So I'm not really looking at this and saying Liam Rosenior had a revolutionary way to defend Arsenal's set pieces. We're still going to score from set pieces going forward. But I think the more damning thing yesterday was the way that the game was being spoken about, the way the game was being covered, the way people were speaking about the game yesterday. You would have thought Arsenal was the team that needed to score and Chelsea was the team that was playing with a lead. Because let me show you this. This was disgraceful yesterday. Some of the stuff I was seeing. Respect, bro. Shout out to you, Tim. You got to go. Catch you later. People are going to adapt, and we're going to have to big up Ray, man. We're going to definitely adapt, and we're going to have to keep finding ways to improve. But this right here was so jarring yesterday. I tweeted about it yesterday. Gary Neville's commentary on Sky Sports. Anybody who's watching Sky Sports, I feel sorry for you guys because I had to change the channel. It was so bad. The coverage from Sky Sports yesterday, the coverage from Gary Neville yesterday, the way that he spoke about Arsenal, this was an actual real quote. He actually said this during the game. I could not believe my eyes. Gary Neville had the audacity to say, Arsenal have got more work to do than Chelsea here. The game was 45 minutes in. It's 0-0. Chelsea need to get a goal to get back into the tie, but Arsenal have to do more work here. What are we doing? What is this? What kind of commentary is this? They're consistently making it about Arsenal when Chelsea's the team that needs to score. Chelsea's the team that needs to get something into this tie. This discussion that Arsenal's boring, Arsenal's this, Arsenal's that, is actually starting to become just biased discussions. Instead of saying Chelsea need a goal, he just talks about Arsenal. Consistently talks about Arsenal. Says Arsenal needs this, Arsenal needs that, and it gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse. Look at this next one. Look, not that one. Look at this one. Look at this one. Tactical genius by Liam Rosenior. Like a Mourinho masterclass. Arsenal were on a cliff edge and had everything to do. Gary Neville could smell the Chelsea goals coming. We won the game. They had one 30-yard shot on goal. It was genuinely one of the easiest semifinals, this guy tweeted. I agree with Tom Canton, who posted this. This is actually ridiculous. To say it was tactical genius, to say this was a Mourinho-like masterclass, to say Arsenal were on a cliff edge. What are we doing? And this was just before the game's about to end. I get it, you're trying to sell a spectacle, but excuse me? I really do believe Chelsea could have played a whole nother 2 hours. We would have won, and they wouldn't have scored. Let's continue, because this was insane. Then you have this one here. What are we talking about? They're walking Arsenal toward a cliff edge. It's very clever, says Gary Neville. We're winning the game. We're winning the game. We're seeing out the tie. It was a great defensive masterclass from Arsenal. Mourinho-esque from Arsenal. But he's sitting here praising Chelsea's pragmatic approach in a game where they need to score. I've seen Arsenal get more criticism for that same approach than they should have got in a semifinal. And we got that criticism with 10 men away at Man City with the lead. These guys were behind. They needed to score a goal. And to this day, we are sitting here 3 p.m. the day after the game. I'm still seeing more pieces about Arsenal not being entertaining rather than the fact that Chelsea had to go and do more in that game. The way the game is covered today is so blatantly biased. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. And then this one is the icing on the cake. At halftime, 45 minutes in, it's 0-0. Chelsea are going out if they don't score a goal. You have Troy Deeney coming on saying that he believes Chelsea will be happier after the first half. Is this Crystal Palace or is this Chelsea? That's the question I have. Is this Nottingham Forest or is this Chelsea? Is this Aston Villa pre-Unai Emery or is this Chelsea? Why are they talking about Chelsea as if there's some minnows? As if them having to score 0-0 going into halftime, coming out of halftime is a great result for them. I am so shocked. I think Liam Rossini will be very happy with the tactical approach. Yeah, I guess so. He might be happy losing. He might be happy losing. Like, am I going crazy, guys? Do you guys agree with me here? Is this not crazy? The way they're covering the sport, the way they're talking about Arsenal and in comparison to Chelsea off the back of that game. Did people forget what happened in the first leg? Did people forget we won the first leg? Did people forget we scored 3 goals away at the bridge and we have a 1-goal lead? Do people forget this? Because to me, it seems like they forgot. To me, it seems like they forgot. I'm a little shocked. I'm a little shocked. 1 second. 1 second. Fuck, bro. Shit. You know what? I was supposed to have CB on today, and now I think he's busy, but fuck, man. What's going on? Yeah. You know what? I'm going to send him the link. 1 second. Let me send him a message. Um, 30 minutes. I'm in the studio. If you are still, I can pop in. Okay. No worries. CB said he's going to pop in if he can. But yeah, you know what? Let me just bring it back. Let me bring it back. Do you guys agree with me? Only outside Arsenal should care are the ones coming from our legends. You know what? I agree with you. Yeah, what are people saying? Let's see what people are saying. Facts, Ega, it makes sense. Something is wrong with his nose. He smells the Chelsea goal. Something's wrong with his nose. I rate that. Gary Neville is a scrub. Has no values. Wow. What is what? It is on the final when. Yeah, big up to you. Shout out to you. Well, who gives shit what others think about Arsenal? You know what? You're right. Level head approach. Big up, Ega. Level head approach talking about Arsenal. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Big time. Let's get on to the next thing that we need to speak about. You guys know. Do you guys know something? I'm gonna tell you guys something. Arsenal were offered Cole Palmer. Manchester United was offered Cole Palmer. Man City was offered the opportunity to purchase Cole Palmer. Chelsea fans, look away. You might not want to hear this. Cole Palmer has been offered to the whole league. The whole league has been offered an opportunity to sign the whole Premier League, like the main big clubs, PSG, a lot of teams have been offered the opportunity to buy and purchase Cole Palmer in the summer. Manchester, I could see him leaving Chelsea. Forget about banter or anything else. I'm dead serious. When I seen this the other day, I think this is scandalous, and I'm surprised why this is not on headlines more often. I'm surprised why more people aren't speaking about this. I'm surprised. I don't think Cole Palmer is going to come to Arsenal. Now, don't get me wrong. We like to buy players from Chelsea, but I don't think Cole Palmer is going to be coming to Arsenal. But there's a reason why I'm mentioning this. Let me just go to the section that I want to show you guys.
Asked him, have you been offered Cole Palmer?
Wait. Give you a backstory. This is Duncan Castle, big journalist. You guys know who he is. He's worked with many different major outlets. He was being asked about Cole Palmer and his current situation, and Chelsea might have a little bit of a problem with Cole Palmer, and it looks like he could actually be headed out the door. Now, the only reason why I'm mentioning it in this section, we usually don't do other people's news, but this could affect Arsenal. Arsenal could be one of those teams interested in Cole Palmer, but he does want to maybe go back to Manchester. Listen to this.
Asked him, have you been offered Cole Palmer? His answer was, everyone has been offered Cole Palmer. And his understanding of the situation was that Cole Palmer is not happy that he is no longer necessarily the central creative force in the Chelsea squad, the Chelsea team, because of Esteban's arrival from Brazil, because of Esteban's initial impact at Chelsea. He wants to be reassured that he is the most important creative force there. And that has resulted, it seems, in his representatives going around the elite clubs of Europe and indicating to them that Cole Palmer could be interested in a move and asking whether they would be interested in taking it.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think? We know we like a little sale from Chelsea. We know we like a sale from Chelsea. And the reason why I'm going to show you this, I'm not a lip reader, but I'm going to show you a little clip from after the game. After the game, you can see Nani Madueke is about to say something without covering his hands. Look at his lips, and that's a pause. Try to read what he's saying. I'm not a lip reader, but it looks like to me, he says, I knew what was best for me. Listen, look at this. Look at this. Look at this carefully. I might be drawing too much into it. I'm not saying he's coming to Arsenal. I'm not saying Cole Palmer is coming to Arsenal. But there is rumors about Cole Palmer and Chelsea having a little bit of problem. His representatives basically seeing what people are interested in him across Europe is very interesting to me. And Chelsea, as we knew it, is no longer the Chelsea that we knew. If they're willing to, if they could potentially be losing some of their best players like Cole Palmer, it just goes to show you this is a different type of Chelsea. This is not the same old Chelsea. They used to keep all their best players and just continue to add and add and add and add. There is a world where, for the right price, Cole Palmer could be gone. Manchester United could come along and be like, hey, we'll take him off your hands. I don't think Arsenal's going to go in for Cole Palmer, but hey, I'm just talking. I want to know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know. People in chat, let me know. Because this is a discussion point coming out of the game. Now, before we go any further, shout out to everyone in the comment section. We have heard he's kind of homesick also. Yeah. What are people saying? What are people saying in the comment section? Let's see. Let's see what you guys are saying about him. Some people saying, where we at? All you predict this summer was right. All you predictions in the summer were right. Were right. That's crazy. Yeah. A lot of people disrespected me because of those predictions. I think Gary Neville saw the viral tweet, held a grudge through the day. You think he's seen my tweet? Yeah, he probably seen my tweet commemorating his 10-year anniversary of his sacking at Valencia. Was it Valencia when he lost? What was it? 7-0 or something? Yeah. Bruno leaves. It's possible United go for him. True. They gave Palmer a pay rise not too long ago. He was happy signing that. True, but the dynamics might have changed. Some people are saying I'm reaching. Fairs. Fuck the Chelsea. True. It sounds unrealistic. He moves to Manchester United. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if he actually does move or if he doesn't move. We will have to wait and see. Let's go to the next discussion point. Of course, we need to speak a little bit about some of the things that happened in the game. But before we do that, I do need to also speak about certain individuals that missed the game. Saka missed the game due to injury. We already know about that. Odegaard also missed the game due to injury. We're going to have to wait and see if these guys are going to be available going forward. I hope they will be. I'm not too concerned at this moment in time that they're going to be out for an extended period or anything like that. We'll have to wait and see. But Nani Madueke held it down for now. Some people are taking it to the level where they're saying Arsenal is the best team in the best assembled in history of world. What the fuck? Chill out. You see, this is why sometimes we get a bad name. I don't like this guy. Piers Morgan calls. Okay. Now, I do think Arsenal have one of the best squads, but this is a reach. Do you guys see what this guy said? Piers Morgan is going nuts, guys. Piers Morgan's going nuts. We'll watch it. We'll listen to it in a second, but this guy has gone nuts. He thinks Arsenal's the best team in football history now. What the fuck are we doing, guys? Relax. Enjoy the win. Don't go crazy overboard. Like, I get called delusional. This is ridiculous.
Production. I do think Arsenal will win the quadruple because I'm asking myself, who's going to beat us? Who in world football? Who in world? I'm serious. Who in world football right now is going to beat us? We are the best squad. We are the best squad assembled in the history of world club football.
What the fuck?
Football, right?
Did you hear that? What the hell did he just say?
Right now is going to beat us. We are the best squad. We are the best squad assembled in the history of world club football.
I can't take this guy serious. He just said we have the best squad ever assembled in World Club football. We have the best squad assembled in the history of World Club football. What the fuck is this guy on about? Bro, this guy's lost the plot. This guy's lost the plot, man. He's lost the plot. Now, we're good, but we're not the best team in friggin' football history. You're making us look bad. You're making us look bad. Piers Morgan, you need to chill the fuck out. This is ridiculous. We're not the best team in football history. This is crazy. Piers Morgan is nuts. He's an absolute nut job. To sit there with a straight face and say Arsenal is the best team in football history is ridiculous. Could have said Barcelona teams, past Real Madrid teams. There's definitely teams from way before this time that are much better. I don't think any team in the last 3 decades, touches that Barcelona team under Pep that won everything. I think that's one of the best teams ever constructed because of the level of quality they had in those players. This is next level. You can't take serious takes. Like, you just cannot take these people serious. They're a joke, mate. They're a joke. And for him to come on national radio and sit there and say he feels very confident that Arsenal will win everything this season, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Where you go too far is when you say stuff like this. When you say stuff like this, this is where people get go crazy. You need to chill the fuck out. Chill out. Calm down. Take a moment to sit back, relax. Just realize we went to a final. There's no need for you to do all of that. We don't need all of this right now. You're basically setting us up for failure. You're setting us up to get bantered. You're making us look like idiots. Let him have fun. He's not saying top quality. He means depth. Bro, I don't think we're the best ever assembled squad in football history by depth either. I remember Manchester City used to have 2 teams that would get top 4 in the Premier League. They had 2 attacks that were good enough to score a ridiculous amount of goals in the league. I don't think we touched the Man City Invincibles. The Man City, what do you call it, Centurions? I don't think so. I think this is just, he's just putting the team in a bad situation. He's just putting us as fans, making us try to look bad. I don't think it's a good look, personally. I think it's a bad look. What's next? Let's talk about some of these things. What's going on here? So, of course, we reached the final. We already know that. There's no question about that. Saliba and all these boys are really gassed. I'm not even going to get into some of the drawn out conversations about Caicedo and Declan Rice. I've already spoken about that in the previous video. What else is there? You know something? Let me just stop everybody right here. Can we address him and see our friend not as an Arsenal fan? Can we address him as CR7's friend and not as an Arsenal fan? Yeah, maybe. Final thing. Everything I heard yesterday was Arsenal's boring. I think that's so stupid. That game was boring to watch. This Arsenal is boring talk is actually so disingenuous. It is. Arsenal's boring talk is actually so disingenuous because forget about the fact that you think we're boring. Forget about the fact that you think it's not entertaining. It's not about you being entertained as a rival. It's not about entertaining the neutral. It's about being the most effective to win the game. That's the most important thing. And the reason, no. I have to get the point across, though. This is why I care. Let me explain to you. This is why I care. There's multiple people who are going to tweet. For example, Arsenal are so boring to watch. Chelsea turned up with 5 at the back, despite the fact that they're down 2-3, and this is what is ruining the entertainment. So, cowardly teams, £2 billion spent. They're bottle jobs. People are claiming Arsenal are the boring team. I agree. You know what? Some people have sense. Y'all want to gaslight Arsenal by saying they're playing boring football. The question is, who cares about entertainment when we're winning? I fucking agree with this comment so much. In fact, winning is the excitement we need as Arsenal fans. Y'all keep complaining about boring football. We'll keep winning our matches. That is the best comment I have ever heard. Shout out to whoever this is. I'm liking that. I'm posting that. I think some people are finally clocking it. You see, there's going to be some people who say Arsenal by far and away the most boring side to watch. You're a Wolves fan. You're a Watford fan. Do you think we give a shit about your entertainment? Really and truly, Arsenal are the most boring team I have ever seen. Absolutely disgusting to watch. Did you think to yourself to maybe mention the fact that Chelsea came with a 3 at the back, playing five defenders in a game that they needed to score? No, never thought about that, did you? Arsenal might be the most boring team I've ever watched. Corner and cross. Otherwise, it is absolutely useless. This is what we're dealing with. In today's football, you got a Chelsea fan here. This Arsenal might be genuinely my least favorite football team I have ever watched. Being so boring. How do their fans enjoy this? Coming from a Chelsea fan. Coming from a Chelsea fan. Can you believe it? This is the same fan base who used to employ Jose Mourinho, and he used to take the piss out of us for saying, you're boring. You're not entertaining. You're the team that is losing games. You're the team that is not capable of beating us. But we should change how we approach the games because you don't like it? Am I missing something here? We're winning. That's the goal. It's not to entertain you. It's not to entertain your friend. It's not to entertain the whole Premier League. You know what's entertaining? Effective football. You know why it's entertaining? Because you are stopping your opponent from scoring goals and you're still scoring goals. Why is that boring to people? Because they like mistakes. Why is that boring to people? Because they like drama. What is there not in these games for Arsenal? There's not too much drama. Why is there not enough drama? Because we control the goddamn game. It's not that Arsenal are boring. It's by design that we limit errors, we limit mistakes, we limit chances to our own goal, we limit the opponent having an opportunity to cause drama, which then limits the neutrals' interest in those games because then you're just winning. I would even say, what's more boring? A 0-0 game that ends 1-0 or a 5-0 victory for a Man City side? You get 5 goals in one section. The other one, it's tense. I think what makes people believe this Arsenal team is not so good is because we let you have a chance of belief that you're going to get something from the game. And then we snatch it from you right at the end. We just take it from you. And we say, you know what? You might be able to win this game. Just hold on. Hold on a little bit more. You might be able to win the game. Hold on just a little bit more. You might be able to win the game. Hold on just a little bit more. You might be able to win the game. Oh, wait, you still need to score. You still need to score. Okay, you open up a little bit more just to score. What happened? Boom. One counter, you're done. Game's over. Night's done. Kai Havertz put the ball in the back of the net. You have no time left. 97th minute. 1 minute extra time after extra time's over. And the game's done and buried. We scored the consolation 4th goal to make it 4-2 on aggregate. And Chelsea's getting praise for their approach. And Arsenal is getting criticized for being boring. Do you not see the media are manipulating you guys? They're trying to manipulate the fan base and wider culture into thinking what Arsenal is doing, there's something wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. Jose Mourinho used to praise himself for winning games boring because that means he limited the opponent. And I'm going to show you guys a video right now because I think you guys need to see it. No New Thing and Femi both posted it. I'm gonna show you Femi's tweet because I think I need to show you this. Yeah, they're salty. Winning is entertainment. Who cares how we win? 110%. I agree with that. Let's go to this right here. Shout out my boy Femi. My boy Femi posted this about Jose Mourinho, and Jose Mourinho said this years ago. Years ago, Jose Mourinho said this.
You off at the end and called you boring. Would you agree that you were boring? Arsenal fans also boomed you off at the end and called you boring. Would you agree that you were boring?
I agree. I play against them 10 times and I never lost. What wanted to call me? They funny, Jose. 10 times they don't win once. What do you want me to call me?
What do you want me to call them? I agree. Jose is right. Funny, Jose. But the reality is he's not boring. He's just effective. Same way Arteta is right now. And you know what? People don't like comparisons. But the reality is the reason why Fofana and these Chelsea players were crying is because they wanted to win. It meant something to them. We took that from them. We took it. We took the opportunity to go to a final from them. But hey, guess what? Arsenal didn't win a trophy last year. We're going to probably win a couple this year. And at this point, the only reason why people are saying Arsenal might bottle it is because they're just trying to throw dead banter. Enough of the dead banter. I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Before we go any further, let me just see if CB can make it. You know, I'm probably... Let's see, before we go any further, I hope we play Benfica and beat him 10 times on aggregate, 10-0 on aggregate. You know what? A lot of people are saying they hope we face Benfica, but it's not really about the Benfica point. It's more about the villain in the Premier League is already becoming Arsenal. Arsenal is becoming the villain. Jose was a villain at times with Chelsea, and somehow they've turned Arteta into a villain. We haven't, you know how difficult it is to become a villain without even having already won a trophy? It's quite difficult. Anyways, let's get on to the final topic of the day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. I'm going to wrap it up here. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Who am I going to send you guys across to? Let's see. Who should we send you guys across to? Who's going live soon? And we can send it across to. I'm going to send it over to the Man City guys. Go tell the Man City boys Arsenal's going to win the league, and you can't do nothing about it. You have no control. Anyways, have a good one, guys. Catch you on the next one. Love for the love. Peace.